Hey, how's everyone doing? It's Alex Steffen here. There's a lot of properties. I thought we'd just go through finding a property so you can see what we do as town planners, how we find good sites. I've just found a couple in Logan that I've included in this week's list, but I thought let's see if we can find one in Ipswich. So I'll just go greater region, house land. Generally, in Ipswich, anything above 1,000 square meters, if you're in the RL02 precinct, you can subdivide. So, well, not as a blanket opinion, just usually. So, we're kind of looking for ones that are going to be in areas that have infill development. So, Walloon, $1 million for that big. Obviously, it's covered in flooding or something. Here we go. Rosewood. So you'll see I've got the Ipswich City Council planning scheme open, the state development assessment mapping system, the draft Ipswich plan 2024, because if the zone changes, we've got to know. And then I've actually also got the development I for Ipswich open too, because that tells you development approval history, lot and plan number, and lot size, which the mapping for some reason does not tell you. So let's have a look. 17 Walloon Road. So first we'll go to the council mapping. There it is. Character low density housing. So being that it's in Ipswich, it's always worth just double checking what these requirements are. So I want to go to the character housing. And then what was the zone again? Character housing low density. Character housing low density. So what I'm trying to scan for here is something that tells you what the density is allowed. So maximum density does not exceed 15 dwellings per hectare. So we go divided by 15. Oh, geez, 666. So we're going to need a 1,200 square meter site if that's going to be subdivided. We can't see what it is, so this is where Development I will come in handy. So what was it again? 17 Walloon. You can kind of see when we get inquiries in Ipswich, it unfortunately takes quite a while for us to be able to research them because you can't just go to the one mapping system. Oops, got the wrong. 17 Walloon. Come on, be 1,200 square meters, 1,000 square meters. So just because it says that we can't do it there, it's always worth having a quick look at the new planning scheme. So because it might be one of the situations where right now you can't subdivide, but potentially in the future. All right, so it's in the character residential precinct of the character residential zone. So if we have a look at that, expectations is for dwelling houses. It maintains lot sizes consistent with the area. Let's have a quick look at the area, and it's all just the same lot sizes. So, all right, on to the next one. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Looks like it's kind of on a corner. 62 to 64 Hallets. All right. Okay, low density residential. Looks like quite a big site. Let's have a look at it, how big it actually is. Yep, 3,000 square meters, no approval history. Let's have a look at the new planning scheme, see what zone it ends up being in. All right, so it's in the established suburban precinct, and it also has minimum lot size of 600 to 700 square meters. So, being 3,000 square meters, it looks like this one has a decent amount of potential. Next thing that we're going to have a quick look at, being in Ipswich, it does be serviced by urban utilities. We will use our own map just to be able to fast track that research. And if you don't know how to make your own map on Queensland Globe, I did chuck a YouTube where I go through exactly how to do that in the community forum. So if you go there, and I think it's in helpful tips and tricks or something there. So if you go into that, you'll know exactly how to make maps of your own. There's quite a bit of vegetation on that site too. All right, sewer at the front, water at the side. Looks pretty good. It's definitely worth checking the state mapping because it does have some vegetation on it. No, nothing. So that's looking pretty good. Probably the only interesting thing is it does have these unformed road with what they call access restriction strips. So we can't. You can kind of see it on the adjoining property. See these thin strips between the land and the council road. That's basically there to stop you accessing it. So that to me indicates that council don't have an intention for this road to be created. But it would probably be worth a pre-lodgement meeting to discuss with council to make sure that if you're subdividing this into 3 or 4 lots, they're not going to expect you to build a road. Um, I think the maximum here is probably what's the minimum lot size? 600. Ipswich don't like you having more than one rear lot, so you'd probably end up with 2 front lots and 2 rear lots. So I reckon you. Well, actually, we should probably do the math. Divided by 600, 5.5. Yeah, I think you'd probably end up with 4 lots there, but definitely worth a pre-lodgement meeting with council to discuss, especially because of these road requirements. All right, I'll wrap that up into a report for you guys, and if you have any questions, let me know. Happy hunting. Thanks.